Hey guys, this is another Get Fisted League of Legends video, and today I'm bringing you a Shaco jungle guide with gameplay video featuring Dejester with LzH. For our summoner spells, we'll be using Smite, which is obvious for a jungler, and Ghost because you're able to catch an enemy you're trying to kill, run from an enemy trying to kill you, and you're overall fast, which is very important in the jungle. What I have here is a Smite table. If you don't know what that is, it's a list of values for the damage that Smite will deal for each level with and without Shaco's backstab. It's very important for you to keep an idea of what these numbers are in the back of your head just in case an enemy jungler is trying to steal one of your kills. You're pretty open on your choice for runes, but mainly armor pen runes and magic resist glyphs are a safe way to go. For mastery, it's a typical 2109 AD jungle build, but I'll put it in the description for anyone who wants a quicker link to it. For abilities, the first 3 levels will get W, E, then Q, followed by R, before W, before E, before Q, priority. Let me show you a perfect example of all Shaco's abilities in one perfect fight. We begin in the enemy jungle, and Amumu runs into a jack-in-the-box that he just recently laid, getting feared and damaged. He quickly blink and stealths over to try and get a quick jump on Amumu and hopefully get a kill. In a last-ditch effort, Shaco attempts to throw his Shiv and get the kill off on Amumu. Unfortunately, Amumu is able to get away with just a little bit of health left. Now I'm going to move on to a safe, normal item build for Jungle Shaco. You're going to start off with cloth armor and 5 health pots like normal, turn it into a Madrids and mobility boots, turn it into a Wriggles lantern, then buy a BF sword, turn it into a Bloodthirster, then buy Phantom Dancer, Black Cleaver, Guardian Angel. It may change a little bit based on the team that you're facing, but this is a pretty simple build. Also, for those of you less familiar with jungling, buy more wards. As a jungler, it's your job to let your team know where everything is. Now we're going to start off by showing you the proper way that you should be starting off your Shaco jungling. Quickly buy your cloth armor and health pots and head over quickly to the red buff. Yes, that's right, I said red buff. Begin dropping jack-in-the-boxes on top of where red will spawn as soon as you get there. It should take about 3 of them to take him down easily. Use any additional jack-in-the-boxes as well as your allies to watch for any potential ganks. It's important to stay alive here. From there you're going to go up to begin killing the ghosts, across mid to kill the wolves, and then up to finish off the blue buff. This is where jungling begins to get tricky and we separate the men from the boys. After blue buff, we're going to go across river and we're going to try to steal some of the enemy's jungle. There's a few things you need to remember before you run into the enemy jungle. Number 1, you need to keep a cool head. Don't run into a blatant trap just to try and steal their ghosts. Number 2, before you go kill crazy on their red buff or their ghosts or anything, remember to scout and ward everything around you to make sure you know when an enemy is getting near. Number 3 is to watch the minimap for any of the enemy ganks that could potentially be jumping you, or for their jungle. If he's on the other side of the map, feel free to keep stealing his experience. You'll see in this video that this aspect of jungling is one of the most game-changing moves. Knocking out an enemy team's jungle is knocking out their jungler's core experience and leaving them one weak as hell hero. It's also important to remember that all junglers have a relatively different style of ganking. For example, Warwick is a horrible ganker pre-level 6. After level 6 he turns into a great ganker. Shaco on the other hand, well, it's pretty good for him to be ganking early and often. Winning or losing a solo lane can give you a fairly good idea of if you're going to win or lose that game. So it's a good idea as a jungler to try and help them out every now and then, similar to how we did with Twisted Fate. Here, Shaco is trying to help Mordekaiser at top, however we also see that Amumu is trying to set something up, only he's a little less fortunate. Afterwards, we finish up by rushing Renekton at the tower, getting out of range, and then finishing up by destroying the tower. Remember again that once you get the upper hand on the enemy team's jungle, it's hard for them to get back control over it. So keep stealing their red buffs, their blue buffs, and keep taking advantage of it for all that you can. Alright, now we get into the real action. Shaco's going through the enemy jungle when he sees a team fight happening just next to him. They look as though they may have the upper hand at first, however once Shaco joins they have no chance. Lee Sin is able to pick up a killing spree, Urgot is unstoppable, and Shaco finishes off Zilean for the ace. There's just something about that feeling you get when you kill Zilean and he actually dies without standing back up. Now I hope I still have your attention because it's become clear to me that this Renekton that they're facing has not been watching my guides. Watch as he runs clear into a bush completely blind and gets the ever-living crap kicked out of him by Shaco and his jack-in-the-boxes. Pro tip, when facing a Shaco, avoid the bushes. Unless you're Garen, then you can go wherever the fuck you want. Alright, time for a few additional tips and tricks with Shaco and jungling. The first is that as a jungler, you need to be aware of when all the respawn timers are going to go off. Make sure you let your team know when the timers are going to go off, when you're going to get a kill on Dragon or Baron, or when you're going to get a blue buff for someone or anything of the sort. Another handy trick is that whether you're using your duplicate or you're using a jack-in-the-box, make sure that any neutral mobs that you're attacking are turned around so you can get the smite benefit from your backstab ability. When exploring anywhere that you really shouldn't be, such as the enemy jungle, remember to always leave yourself a way out. When placing jack-in-the-boxes, make sure that when you're running away, run through them so it gives them more time to pop and fear the enemy so you're able to get away. Okay, now this one's tricky. Have an idea of how many hits it'll take for a tower to kill you, and then when you're attacking the tower or someone near it, split into your two forms before the last hit hits you and it'll do damage to neither of them, and then begin attacking your clone. This is helpful for getting away when you find yourself stuck in a sticky situation. A big team fight's about to go down, so I think this calls for some epic music. A fight's going down at Baron, and Jarvan and Amumu leap in an attempt to steal the kill. Shaco gets a crit, and he's able to get it for the team, and they take down Amumu fairly easily. The rest of the enemy team joins in late, and it gets picked off one by one. Shaco even gets a satisfying kill off on Jarvan, giving him false hope that he might get a kill. This is a great situation for where Shaco should not be jumping into a team fight early or using Deceive into a team fight. Saving Deceive until later could be a great choice because they can pick someone off when they're trying to get away, like Jarvan. The GG goes up, and the enemy team gives up. That's the game. I'd like to give a few thanks to Carrion for providing this music. It's awesome. Here I can give you a quick little snippet of it. I also want to give major thanks to Dejester and LzH for helping me out, promoting my videos, my channel, and there definitely going to be a lot more of them helping me out and a lot more videos coming from my channel soon, so stay tuned and I hope to see you guys soon. Again, links to everything, LzH, Carrion, everything will be in the description, so check it out there after, and I hope to see you soon.